Hello everyone, welcome to Laurence Plays Manhunt Checkpoint, where I am once again the prey. That means I will drive around the city trying to take the checkpoints, of which there will be 5. I can see one at the moment, it's in Square of Squares, so I'm heading over towards that now. And there are a number of hunters in the city as well. So we've got, who have we got? We've got Tristan in purple, we've got Mike in orange, we've got Marc in pale green, and we've got Ed in yellow. So if you see any vehicles in those sort of colours, in sort of obnoxious bright versions of those colours, let me know, because they're probably out trying to hunt me down and trying to kill me. So my objective is to take all of the checkpoints without getting killed. Their objective is to stop me by killing me. And we'll see how well we each get on with that. Now, in order to help them find me, because Los Santos is a big old city, we've got a blip that follows me around, and it's always 400 meters behind me, following the same route. So they can track me by looking at where the blip is going, and then trying to guess where I'm likely to go based on that. So there's a purple truck, that's Tristan, but he's going the other way, so that's okay. Now, the reason I'm driving this Tornado, apart from the fact that I think it's less likely to get looked at by the hunters, is because we have a rule where the hunters aren't allowed to drive a class of car until the prey has used it. Now, there are some exceptions to that. They're allowed to start off with compact sedans and SUVs, but basically any of the good classes of cars they're not allowed to use until I've used them, and that's the idea of that is to keep things a bit more varied. So rather than me just using sports cars absolutely all the time because they're the only thing worth using, it will in theory spread things around a bit, mean we'll use different classes of cars and make things a bit more interesting. Now, that used to be working on the honour system, so the hunters had to make sure they'd spotted me in a car and they were absolutely sure it was me before they would then be allowed to use that car. Whereas now we've coded it in a bit more intelligently, so the game is now aware of the rules, and that means the hunters, they're allowed to use other cars if they want to. It's not cheating as such. However, if I see any of them if I see them using cars they shouldn't be using, I'm then allowed to blow them up, and there's an option in my abilities list that just allows me to detonate their cars by basically going through the menus and selecting an option in there, and just simply blow them up if they're using a car they shouldn't be using. So this will hopefully lead to some excitement if they do something a bit suspicious. So I'm sort of playing a little bit sneakily with this new option, because I've picked up a sports classic, and that's a weird class of car that doesn't really show up very much, and nobody's I'm hoping nobody's really 100% sure what they are. So they'll see me in this, they'll probably think it's a sedan, and it won't do any good. But potentially, I might get them confused and think the sports cars are unlocked. You never know. We shall see. Okay, so the next checkpoint, there's Tristan. Tristan is in a car he shouldn't be in. That's interesting. So I could blow him up now. However, I'm going to be sneaky and tactical about this and leave him in that car, because at the moment, blowing him up, it'd be funny, sure, and it'd be spectacular and there'd be pretty fireworks and stuff. However, it wouldn't actually do me any real good as far as the game goes, because he'd blow up, he'd wait a minute or two, then he'd join back in the chase again. However, if he's still in that car when a chase starts, then I can blow him up, and that gives me a massive advantage, because it takes one of the hunters out of the chase, and if I'm really lucky, he'll blow up one of the other hunters if they're too close to him, and also it takes him out of the chase immediately, so I don't need to I can just lose him at basically at the push of a handful of buttons. So I think it's probably worth just leaving him in that, and yeah, letting him get away with it for now, but then punishing him for it later when there's a good opportunity. So at the moment, I'm just winding my way through a lot of the side roads here, because with that 400-meter blip thing I mentioned earlier, if I go in a straight line for too long, it makes it really obvious to the hunters where I'm going, or at least they can extrapolate relatively easily and assume if I'm going to carry on in a straight line. So if I do that, then it's going to make me relatively easy to find. If instead I do lots of weaving in and out of side roads like this, then it's going to make me much harder to track, much harder for them to guess which car is me. I'm also going to try and obey the the traffic lights a bit, because again, that makes me stand out a bit less. But I am still weaving my way down towards... Ooh, that looks like Ed. Yep, that's a yellow Ed car down there. I am still weaving my way down fairly quickly towards the checkpoint, so I'll be able to grab that in a moment. So go across here. There's the checkpoint. Head towards that. There's nobody around. That's good news, because I'm not sure how much luck I'd have getting away in this tornado, because it's not a particularly good car, which is why I don't use them very often. But I think it might be interesting nonetheless to use it in this and see how and see how things go. I think I've waited long enough. I know the light hasn't gone green, and I said I was obeying the traffic lights, but I'm only obeying them to a certain extent. So I was thinking, I know I'll dip into an alleyway like this one, so I can hide a little bit, turn my lights off, and then pull up over here. Now, there goes. See, there goes Mark and Ed. I don't know whether that was a good tactic or not. Let's turn my lights back on again and pull back out. Oop. What's going on over here? There's shooting down here. I don't like that. There's Mark going past. That's okay then. Oh no, it's Hills Crossroads again. This one keeps coming up today, and I don't like Hills Crossroads. It's difficult to take. Ooh. Especially if I drive like that, because, well, it's not actually, no, it's easy to take. I kind of misspoke a little bit there. It is easy to take, but it's very difficult to then get away after taking it. Now let's see, I think maybe if I go straight on here and head into the hills from here, I mean, I broke traffic laws there a little bit, but crikey, I don't think anyone was looking, so... Okay, so an AI will barge through parked cars in the middle of the road like that, whereas I drove around them because I'm a little bit more sensible. Okay, so I'm going to try and take Hills Crossroads from a different direction. I don't know how well this is going to go, because it leaves me... I'm going to have to put my foot down for this, I think, as much as is possible in this tornado. Yeah, so Hills Crossroads is difficult because when you get to Hills Crossroads and take it, there's then only sort of 2 or 3 different ways you can go, and... That was unhelpful. Don't know what I was... Oh no, I've smashed the car up even more now. Yes, I've lost my front headlights there. Okay, so... I think I'm going to do something a bit different here. Let's try... I haven't taken this checkpoint on foot for a very, very long time, because essentially it's a really bad idea with the blip mode, because the hunters can tell when I'm moving at pedestrian speeds, so they'll have a good idea that I'm trying to take it on foot, so that might make it rather difficult. I also have to then worry about GTA's somewhat suspicious deciding what you're allowed to climb on rules. Also, I hear engines behind me. This is bad. Also, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get over there. Let's just keep trying, because I think Hills Crossroads is interesting, because if you do approach it on foot, it's relatively easy to take it from gardens and things like that nearby. Now, but the problem is, because they know where I've gone... There it is, you see. I can hide in this bush. You see, it's got Marc in it, actually parked in the checkpoint, which is very cheeky. We don't approve of that. Now, can I get across this road up here? I don't know. I suspect this is going to get... No, run, not jump. Running, jumping, climbing trees, whatever. Marc is still down there. Okay, I'm going across this way. Going to come in from this direction then instead, because I think it should be possible to take this checkpoint. Oh, this is not a good place to be. It should be possible to take this checkpoint on foot without too much difficulty. However, there's a certain amount of effort required in climbing around in this area, which makes it difficult. Maybe alternative secret option number 2 is that I could switch back into a car up here somewhere and then approach it on wheels. They're shooting. I hope they're not shooting at me. I don't know. They're going to be all over. This is... Oh, Marc has been shot. Marc has been killed. I don't know what... Marc has died. I don't know why. because what's the button to? It's jump to take a checkpoint, isn't it? Or horn? What's horn? There we go. Now I need to carry on trying to escape. Oh, that's 2 of them down. I don't know why they're all getting killed at the moment. Oh, they're probably panicking AIs who are then running them over. Now they're just going to be over there. They're going to have an absolute frenzy of trying to kill any pedestrians they see moving. So that hopefully means I can then carry on up here reasonably undetected and just get out of here. This is going better than I expected. This is actually really, really good. I like this. Oh, except I got caught in a tree. I don't like that. Get around the tree. There we go. Up and over here. Now, where's the nearest? Okay, there's a road just over there. So if I can get back round here onto the road, then maybe I'll be able to find a car. And then if I can find a car, maybe I'll be able to escape. Come on. Just jump over the hedge. There we go. Now, it'd be nice if there was cars in some of these driveways, but there don't seem to be. Oh, that's a car. That would have been a good one to take. I need to sneak up on a car and grab it without the hunter spotting me. That's the hardest part of this. Okay, this one will do. I don't. Oh, they've been shot by a hunter. That's really convenient. Thank you very much, hunters, for providing me with a car like that. This isn't the best way to get out of the hills, unfortunately, because this road just loops around like this, and they will see that I am now doing car speeds again, and they'll know which road I'm on. So there's a fairly high chance that the hunters will be ahead of me fairly soon. So I need to get off this road if I possibly can. And now there's a way through here, I think. Is that going to be a good way through? I don't know. Don't land on your roof. Ooh. Okay, I'm nearly free and escaped. So if I carry on this way now, yes, I think this is going well so far. Whew. Right, that was a lot of fun. I'm actually quite impressed that worked, especially given how much information they have about what I was doing from the blip. They knew that I was on foot because I was going at walking speed. They knew that I was in that area. They knew which checkpoint I was going for because there's only one of them up there. So yeah, they had a lot of information, and yet somehow I was still able to sneak up and grab the checkpoint from an unexpected point. So right, let's change cars because I've already damaged this one a little bit. Now this is a coupe, and this means that coupes and actually muscle cars as well, because the previous one I drove was a muscle car. So coupes and muscle cars are now unlocked for the hunters. But if I see Tristan in a sports again, then I am fully justified or fully able to blow him up. Right, I'm going to turn right here, even though that's tricky. There we go. Even though I was in the wrong lane for it, because as previously mentioned, we've got with the following blip, I need to change direction a lot. And yeah, okay, occasionally I might do a couple of blocks in the same direction and then realise that I'm unable to go the way I actually wanted to go. So let's head back up here now. It was not quite that was less than ideal. Ed doesn't seem to have followed me though, so that's good. Yeah, I seem to be okay at the moment. They're not too much on my. They're not directly on my tail. I've managed to get 3 of the checkpoints, and I'm still so pleased about the way I took that last one in the hills. That was amazing. Come on, can we have some go, please? Ooh, there we go. Go. Right. Oh dear, there's Tristan. Is he investigating this area? Maybe. Drive more smoothly, Laurence. Okay, cool. He didn't flag on me. That's good. Let's do another block in a straight line, then head down south because that's away from the checkpoint. And I want to, if I can, I like to try and stop the hunters. I don't want to telegraph where I'm trying to go to the hunters. Now I've forgotten to pick up an extra passenger, which is a thing I like to try and do. Okay, I'm getting a bit too investigated here by Ed, so it's time to go. Time to have a chase, I think. Let's go this way first. Now, I don't know if any of the hunters are now. So Tristan's abandoned his sports car. He's gone back to an SUV. So I can't blow him up. Marc is. Oh, Marc's in a sports car. Right. So here we go. This is the new thing. Oh, not like that. Press the button for a little bit longer. There we go. Abilities and there we go. So I can blow Marc up for using a car he's not supposed to be using. As you saw, that was quite spectacular. And hopefully very, very effective at getting rid of the hunters. Looks like it was. Good. So I've now got rid of them. Let's turn here and switch cars. Now I will use a sports car because hopefully this will. Oh no! This is bad. This is bad. This is very, very bad. I didn't. I should have been a little bit more evasive before I. Ooh. Should have done a little bit more evading before I did a little bit of car changing. Ah, car changing. Can I have my car the right way up, please? That would be nice. Whoa, no, do the turn. Yeah, we go. I mean, you can take the tyres out. I don't care about the tyres, just don't take my head out. And I do like to have tyres, but in this particular case, I suppose I'll accept the removal of them. So, okay, that's... There won't be anyone I can blow up now because yes, okay, Ed is in a sports car, but so am I, so that's not going to be a possibility. I've lost tyres, which means I mostly have to go in straight lines. So let's try using the highway. There's everyone coming down to join in. Ow! Everyone's coming down to join in. I have very limited control over what my car can do at this point because yeah, tyres, as I said. Let's turn the circle off anyway, though, because. And then come off here like, oh, that was a bit too slow. I wanted to land on the other one, but oh well, never mind. Everyone's come down the same way. That's a real shame because I was hoping at least some of them would overshoot and land on the bridge. Right, so what's going on behind me? Okay, so we've got Ed there. He's a little bit off to the side. I would say normally I would end or braking manoeuvre at this point. Oof. But there was a But with Mike just behind him, there's not really any point because he. Yeah, okay, I'd probably be able to lose Ed through an end, or potentially lose Ed through an end or braking manoeuvre, but Mike would have been right there behind him in order to sort of to take over. Oh, look at that camber on my rear wheels there. This is going to be tricky. Now, at least the what am I even driving? The Rapid GT is still quite rapid, even with the missing tyre problem that I have. Oh dear. That was not what I meant to do. I meant to take a turn there, but the car didn't really want to in its current state. Let's go off here. I don't think it's going. Oop, there's a wall there. This is problematic. Oh, this is very problematic. Duck. Oh no, I've been shot. Oh, that's a shame because that was going really, really well.
Into a petrol station, and then back out of the petrol station. He's an interesting character, is our Laurence. Ah! And he's going very slowly.
Come on, Laurence. Drive in a straight line.
I like to think that the reason he stopped driving in purely straight lines is because of the mockery that I give it him. Still used to going deep into hills. Well, I'd suspect he's on foot at this point, given his actual speed of movement.
Is he currently stopped?
He's very slow movement. I'm trying to remember exactly where the
Likewise.
I'm on it.
It's very, very long time since. I think it's this junction.
Are you sure you are, Mark?
I'm quite sure, yeah.
You may well be right.
Yeah, I'm.
He's back in a car.
Yeah, there's a car that got past me, Tristan, which it might be. I don't know. Actually,
Yes, this is it.
I'm just a little bit concerned. No, he's still heading this way.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, head did.
I just killed them all.
Yeah, yeah, this is it. I'm very conscientious of the off-road position.
That white one behind you. Oh no, you started shooting.
I'm not in a car right now, so just let's be careful. This is a bit where he now manages to take the checkpoint. Checkpoint taken.
Holy shit!
Is he in the garden behind you?
that one there, just that one there driving away that way. It's possible, but unlikely.
What was it?
A black car with a tail light out.
University thing, I think.
I'm trying to remember where this jump is.
Yeah. Not here.
All I'm going to say is that you misled me.
Black Zion, I think, is him at
Yep.
on the west side. Go.
Heading west towards lower car parks. Hotel with a jump, not going through. Heading east again, northeast again, north side shopping center as target, more or less. Yes. I'm gonna blow up in a minute if he recognizes this as a sport. North side. Yeah. There
Yep,
you
he
go.
got him.
North
Alright,
side.
he's continuing east on the north side
Yep.
of shopping mall. Nope, he went north, I think. Oh, God, I wrecked.
What was he in?
Black Zion.
Okay, so two
Please
pages
unlock.
unlocked.
Yeah.
Oops,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry.
My
I
bad.
don't know where he went. So I'm sort of
I've gone all
vaguely.
the way up to the top and then turned right.
All right.
Yep, swapping to a red sports car.
Where?
Okay.
Vinewood Boulevard, heading east. Sports cars are unlocked. Male character model. Dark hair. White. Pinned against the wall. Hang on, let me shoot. Back right tyre's gone.
Red
Can't
sports
hit
car.
his head.
See it. Oh, ho, 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 that was like plate. Still heading south. Still heading south on Alta Street. I am very, very tired, so Ed's in the lead.
All right, he's at Arcadia, heading south. He's jumped off onto the highway, heading west. He's decided to stop in the middle of the freaking highway.
Got him.
Suddenly, from above, a Marc appears.
He's on the exit ramp towards Red Car Park. I don't know if he's going to do the jumpy.
He has done the
did
jump.
The jumpy. Oh,
He
you
failed the jumpy.
Oh,
Oh, I did this one.
I did.
Okay,
He's
back
now
east.
heading east. I got.
Still east under the. Now he's under the neon bridges. Still east. He's trying to bait me? I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, beat up! That was sorry, Ed, that was more effective on you than it was on him. He's coming off the highway into higher lower, heading south. Oh, this is the bit where even with tyres missing, his car starts to perform fine. Go ahead.
Okay, he's turned to the left towards Scorch Squares. He's turned north at Scorch Squares, going under the orange, sorry, green tunnel. I don't know what colors are. North still. He's lights out. Oh!
Hello.
Hello. Oh, Mark.
Down to the highway, onto Slip Road. Getting out. His car's on fire. Car's on fire.
Ah! I'm staying away from that one.
Ow, 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 ow.
That was going really well until the end.
Isn't that true? Like 98% of the time.
That was blind luck. I hit your Zion, and it was like, is that him? I don't know. And then you backed up, and it was like,
I didn't back up. I was punted back, but I think players get punted more than AIs do.
Yeah, and I think you were lagged as well. Yeah,
What?
and I think you were
Okay.
lagged as well, because you went way further back than the amount of speed I was applying, which to me
Yeah.
says you were lagged.